Welcome back to Bookshortz, the place where stories come to life in just minutes. Today, we're diving into a summer romance that's more than just sun and sand. It's about grief healing and falling in love when you least expect it. The Summer of Broken Rules by K.L. Walther will take you to Martha's Vineyard for a week of wedding chaos, a fierce family tradition, and a love story that rewrites all the rules. If you're into stories that tug at your heart and give you all the summer vibes, this one's for you. But before we dive into the drama, the romance, and the emotional twists, make sure you hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon so you never miss another unforgettable book summary from Bookshortz. Alright, let's get into it. What if the summer you dreaded turned out to be the one that changed your life forever? That's exactly what happens in The Summer of Broken Rules, a story where grief meets healing and where the rules of love and life are rewritten, one daring move at a time. Set against the romantic backdrop of Martha's Vineyard, this book is more than a summer romance. It's a tender portrait of growing up, moving on, and discovering who you are when everything you thought you knew has changed. Meredith Fox is not looking forward to this summer. For the first time ever, she's returning to Martha's Vineyard without her sister Claire. It's been over a year since Claire passed away, and the pain is still raw, still a silent weight in her heart. Meredith is trying to put on a brave face for the sake of family tradition. Her entire extended family is gathering at the island to celebrate the wedding of her cousin Sarah, and Meredith knows she has to show up. But showing up is different from being present, and her heart is still stuck in the past. From the start, the setting is almost too perfect. Martha's Vineyard is the kind of place where summer smells like sunscreen salt and strawberry ice cream. But for Meredith, every corner of the island holds a memory of her sister, and that makes it impossible to forget what's missing. And then, there's the family tradition of playing an epic week-long game of Assassin, a playful, competitive, and hilarious challenge that has been a staple of Fox family gatherings for generations. It's supposed to bring the family together and break the ice with guests, but this time it does something else entirely. It brings Meredith face to face with love. Meredith wasn't planning to fall for anyone this summer. In fact, she made a list of rules to protect her heart. Rule 1 was to focus on herself. Rule 2 was to not get emotionally attached. Rule 3 was to not fall for a wedding guest. But as soon as she meets Whit, yes, that's really his name, those rules start to unravel. Whit is charming, funny, and completely unexpected. He's the groom's childhood friend, and he's also a total wild card in the assassin game. He's clever, quick, and just unpredictable enough to keep Meredith on her toes. What starts as a competition quickly turns into a flirtation, then a connection, and soon into something deeper. With every conversation, every stolen glance, every moment hiding from their fake enemies in the game, Meredith starts to feel alive again. Whit challenges her, but he also listens. He makes her laugh in a way she thought she'd forgotten how to. And slowly, Meredith begins to see that even though she lost her sister, she hasn't lost herself. The story is built around the assassin game, but the real game being played is emotional. Meredith is wrestling with her grief, afraid to let go of the sadness because it feels like letting go of Claire. But Whit makes her question that. He doesn't push her to move on. He just stands beside her and gives her reasons to want to. Through flashbacks and quiet reflections, we learn just how deep the bond was between the sisters and how devastating the loss still is. But we also see how love in any form, familial, romantic, platonic, can be the lifeline that pulls you back to the surface. KL. Walter does an incredible job weaving together themes of love loss, family tradition, and self-discovery. The summer wedding chaos is full of humor, light-hearted competition, and a sense of nostalgia for family gatherings that feel both timeless and fleeting. But there are also moments of raw vulnerability, especially in Meredith's internal struggles. She doesn't have it all figured out, and she's not trying to pretend she does. Her journey is messy, complicated, real, and that's what makes it so compelling. As the assassin game escalates, so does the tension between Meredith and Whit. Their chemistry is undeniable, but it's not just physical. They talk about real things like grief, expectations, fears, and dreams. Whit is a character who understands that Meredith is grieving but doesn't define her by her loss. He sees her for who she is and who she could be. That kind of love, the kind that allows you to be yourself without pressure or pretense, is rare and deeply moving. The wedding itself becomes a symbol throughout the book. It's the merging of two lives, but it also becomes a backdrop for Meredith's emotional rebirth. She begins to reflect on what love really means, what it looks like after loss, and what it takes to open your heart again. The rules she once lived by no longer make sense, and maybe that's the point. Maybe the rules were meant to be broken. There's a particular strength in how the author portrays the supporting characters too. Meredith's family is big, loud, quirky, and deeply loving in their own unique ways. Everyone is dealing with the loss of Claire in different ways, and it's clear that the family's connection, while strained by grief, is rooted in something solid. Cousins share inside jokes, parents share worried glances, and siblings share tender moments of remembering and honoring the one who is no longer there. It's not perfect, but it's genuine. The pacing of the novel is perfect for a summer read. It blends the sun-drenched beauty of the island with the intensity of young emotions. Readers can practically feel the sand under their feet, hear the laughter echoing across the beach, and taste the joy of watermelon slices shared under fireworks. But amid the summery backdrop is a story that digs deep into emotional truths that will resonate long after the season ends. As the story moves toward its conclusion, Meredith faces a choice. She can retreat back into her shell, letting fear and sadness dictate her life, or she can embrace the unknown, allow herself to fall in love and accept that happiness, after heartbreak, is not betrayal, but healing. She realizes that remembering Claire doesn't mean she has to stay frozen in grief. Moving forward doesn't mean forgetting. It just means continuing to live in a way that honors the past while embracing the future. The ending is both heartwarming and hopeful. Without giving away all the details, it's safe to say that Meredith comes full circle. She steps into a new version of herself, one that is stronger, braver, and more open to love in all its forms. She understands now that life isn't about following the rules. It's about breaking the ones that hold you back and rewriting the ones that help you grow. Summer of Broken Rules isn't just a romance. It's a love letter to sisters, to summers, to the kind of memories that shape who we are. It's for anyone who's ever lost someone and wondered if they'd ever feel whole again. It's for anyone who's ever fallen in love at the wrong time, in the wrong place, only to discover it was exactly right. And it's for anyone who knows that sometimes the best things in life happen when you stop trying to control them. This book invites readers to believe in second chances, in healing, and in the beautiful chaos of life's most unforgettable summers. With heartfelt prose, vivid characters, and emotional depth, K.L. Walther has created a story that lingers like the last light of a perfect sunset. It's warm, honest, and quietly powerful. So if you're looking for a story that will make you laugh, cry, remember, and dream all in one breath, The Summer of Broken Rules is waiting for you. It's a journey of grief and grace, of letting go and holding on. And most of all, it's a celebration of the kind of love that finds you when you least expect it and changes everything. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description.